Hi, and welcome to the LiteTouch YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over how to install your LiteMic set. For installing the LiteMics, you will need a drill with a Phillips bit, a screwdriver with a Phillips head, scissors or a box cutter, a tape measure, and a marker or a Sharpie. First thing to do is to open the box and remove its contents. Remove and put aside the audio cables, the speaker wires, and the power cable, as well as the brackets for wall mounting and the brackets for mounting to a display. Now remove and unwrap the two speakers. The speaker with the controls and mixer will go on the right side of your display, and the one without will go on the left side if you're facing towards the front of the screen. To mount on a wall, take out the mount brackets, as well as the wall mounting bolts. You will need a drill bit that matches the size of the wall mounting bolts. Once you've drilled through the wall, you will mount your bracket to the bolts as such. Each side of the speakers has hooks for you to be able to hook them onto the bracket. It will look like this when you hook them onto the wall brackets. This part will be a demonstration of how to mount your speakers onto your display. We'll be using a LiteTouch panel for this, and you will be drilling into the wood on the back of the speakers. Unwrap the mounting brackets and you will find the screw bag inside. You will use your screwdriver to unscrew 3 screws on each side of the back of your display. Do not unscrew the very top one. Instead, start with the one below it. Once you have removed all 3, you will take a tape measure and measure the length from the top of the board to each individual screw hole, and you will mark the exact length of each. You will now be drilling into the wood on the back of your speakers. Be sure not to drill in the area where the speaker controls are. Mark the same measurements that you made on the display to the speakers using a Sharpie or marker. Grab your wood screws, which are the larger, pointier ones in the bag, along with their respective washers. Line up the 2 holes on your bracket with the lines that you made on the speakers. Then drill the wood screws into the 2 holes. Start slow and then go fast to let the screws tap and get a hold of the wood. Make sure the sides of the brackets sit flush with the speakers. Your speaker should look like this when you're finished drilling. Starting with the top bracket, use a screwdriver to screw in, using the smaller screw and washer, the bracket and speaker onto your display. Repeat the process for the next 2 brackets into their respective holes on the display. Repeat the process for both sides and you will have successfully attached each speaker to your display. An alternative method of doing this, should you have two people on hand to install these speakers, is to attach the brackets first to your display and then have your second person hold your speaker up to the brackets while you drill in. When you do this, line up the top of your speaker with the top of your display. For this last section, I'm going to demonstrate the wiring process for your speakers. Find your speaker wire and unravel it. You will be plugging the two ends of one side of the wire into the slots shown in the red circle. Push the tabs back to expose the holes you need to insert the wires into. Then do the same thing with the other speaker and insert the other end of the wire into them. Do this step after you've already mounted the speakers and hide the wiring behind either the display or your wall. Find your optical cable now. It'll be in a little baggie like this. Make sure you take off the little plastic tips at the end of the cable. Plug it into the optical cable slot at the top of the controls. The other end will go into the optical cable slot that will be in your display. Find your power cable, that'll be bundled like this. Unravel it and plug it into the bottom right power slot. And you'll plug that into a power strip or power outlet. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We have other tutorials on our LiteTouch YouTube channel, so be sure to check those out.